Digital Signal Processing online lecture series. In this session, we are going to see a practical based on the MATLAB platform. We are going to see how we can find poles and zeros from the given transfer function or from the given polynomial using MATLAB. So we will see the MATLAB code or MATLAB functions to find poles and zeros from the given transfer function. That means here the transfer function is to be entered by the user and we will have the poles and zeros from this transfer function using the MATLAB code. So let's start with that. Now let us see how we can use the MATLAB code to find poles and zeros from polynomial functions. So to obtain the polynomial from the user, we need to take the numerator values and denominator values. So let us take the first instruction line, that is numerator num, that is equals to input. We are going to enter the input from the user. So here the message is to be displayed as enter the numerator then we will ask from the user to enter the denominator. Let us take the variable den for denominator. We will write it over here, input, enter the denominator, now we will use the inbuilt function for MATLAB using another variable f equals to tf. Here tf stands for transfer function from the given numerator and denominator. So the syntax for that is f equals to tf, numerator, denominator, and here we are going to enter zeros, poles and variable constant. So we will enter over here z, comma p, comma k, zpk, that is equals to tf, that is transfer function, to zpk, that means we need to convert the transfer function to poles and zeros. We want to obtain that. So over here the syntax is like this. That means we need to obtain the transfer function from the user and we need to obtain the zeros and poles from the MATLAB. So this function is used. Let us see how it will generate the output. Give the title as poles and zeros. So here it is asked to enter the numerator to us. Let us enter the numerator 1, 2, 1. So next it will ask to enter the denominator. Let us enter it as 1, 3, 2, 1. It will give us the values of zeros and poles and constant k. So see in the command window, three zeros are there, that is 0, minus 1, minus 1. Poles are this three values, that is minus 2.3247 plus 0.000i. Second is minus 0.3376 plus 0.5623i. And third one is minus 0.3376 minus 0.5623i, and value of constant k is 1. So this is how you can obtain any of the poles and zeros from the given transfer function. Now you can enter any of the values which is complicated to find manually. This MATLAB code will help to find poles and zeros easily. So this compact code is used to find poles and zeros from the polynomial entered by the user using MATLAB function. So I hope this is clear and it is easy to use. In this session, in which we are seeing the MATLAB sessions and MATLAB functions for digital signal processing, we are going to see how we can find the transfer function from the given poles and zeros using the MATLAB. So in this practical, what we are going to do is we can enter, or a user can enter the transfer function or the polynomial And using the MATLAB codes, we will revert the poles and zeros based on the given transfer function. So let's see how we can perform this using the MATLAB. That means how we can revert the transfer function based on the poles and zeros entered. So let's start with that. Okay, so in this session, let us see how we can find the transfer function from the poles and zeros using MATLAB. That means here, user will enter the poles and zeros values and the MATLAB will return the transfer function from it. So first of all, let us write down z equals to input. That means let us ask for the values of zeros from the user. So here we need to enter the zeros. So this will ask the user to enter the zeros values. Then let us ask for the poles values. So that will be equals to p equals to input. Enter the poles. Now let us ask the value of constant. So k equals to input. Enter the value of k or enter the k. Now let us use the function a comma b that is equals to zp to tf, that is zeros and poles to transfer function z comma p comma k. So this is the syntax for finding the transfer function from the given poles and zeros, and we will obtain it as using the another variable h that is equals to tf a comma b. That means now you can have the transfer function from the values entered of poles and zeros. So let us see how we can do this. By running this code, we will save this project as transfer function. So here it is asked to enter the zeros. So let us enter the values of zeros, that is -1, -1. We have entered the two values of zeros over here. Now it will ask us to enter the poles, as you can see in the command window. So let us enter the values of poles, that is equals to -2.6180, comma the second value. We are using the separation using semicolon. So we are using semicolon for the separation of two different values. So here I will enter the second value -0.3820, and it will ask us to enter the value of k. So I am entering the value of k1. So it will return us the transfer function, which is over here. In this case, as you can see, h equals to s square plus 2s plus 1 upon s square plus 3s plus 1. So the values of poles and zeros which I have entered was for this transfer function. I have checked it and entered accordingly. So you can enter the values of zeros and poles according to your transfer function or else according to your data, and you will obtain the transfer function based on that. So here the transfer function returned is s square plus 2s plus 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 1. So this is how you can perform the function or MATLAB code of finding the transfer function using poles and zeros which is entered by the user. So I hope that this small and compact code is clear to you now. This makes the procedure easier. Now in this session, we are going to see how we can write a program in the MATLAB platform to upsampling the input signal. That means using the MATLAB codes, we are going to upsample the input signal that is entered by the user. So let's see how we can do this. Let's start with that.